What do Filipinas bring to the table? And are women today expected to pay just as much as men? Hi guys, this is Heart Secrets and Horizons of the Philippines, and for today's video, we will be talking about a very controversial question that I've been seeing in so many Facebook comments, TikTok videos, Reddit threads, and even YouTube debates. It's a question that stirs arguments, triggers emotions, and reveals cultural differences. What do Filipinas actually bring to the table in relationships, especially with foreign men? And should everything, including dates, bills, family expenses, be shared equally between men and women? This isn't just a conversation about money. It's about love, values, culture, expectations, and the invisible things Filipino women contribute that people often don't talk about. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of discussions where people asked, what do Philippine women bring to the table? And should they pay bills too? Some argue that because women now demand equality in rights and opportunities, they should also share expenses 50-50. While others say a man should handle the financial side because that is how tradition has shaped Filipino relationships for generations. So let's break down these conversations slowly, realistically, and based on what actually happens in Filipino relationships. Let's start with something simple, the first date. My personal take is this. If the man is the one who asks a Filipina out, then he should take responsibility for that date. He's the one who invited her, so he takes the lead. He shows effort. He sets the tone. And let me tell you, I have seen so many good men, both locals and foreigners, who do not let a Filipina spend a single peso during a date. Some even insist on walking her home or making sure that she gets home safely. And you know what? That melts a Filipina's heart more than money ever could. Being a gentleman goes a long way here in the Philippines. You don't need to be rich. You just have to be responsible, intentional, and respectful. But then comes the question many men ask. Okay, Heart, so what happens after the first date? Who pays next? In Filipino culture, it's usually the man who pays for dates. However, and this is where modern Filipinos come in, a lot of Philippine women today, especially those who are financially independent, will start offering to contribute once the relationship becomes serious. And here's something personal. As a breadwinner myself, I know how hard money is earned. Breadwinners often feel uncomfortable enjoying things that someone else always pays for all the time. Not because we don't trust the man, not because we don't think he wants to provide. And no, we're not taking away the man's chance to be a hero, but because we understand the value of effort and hard work. It's us demonstrating that we value effort because we know the effort it takes. When you grow up supporting family, paying bills, helping siblings study, you naturally develop that instinct to contribute. Now, should you ask a Filipina if she wants to split the bill? And here's my advice. No, don't bring it up directly. Because when a man asks, it sometimes sends a signal that he expects her to contribute, even if that wasn't his intention. A Filipina who truly wants to share will do it voluntarily. She will hand her share. She will offer to pay sometimes. She will show effort, not through words, but through action. Now let's jump forward. You're married. You live under one roof. You wake up next to each other. There's a refrigerator to fill, an electric bill that never sleeps, maybe children in the future. So now the question becomes bigger. Should Filipinas help pay household bills? Here's the honest truth. It depends on what kind of wife you expect her to be. If you want a traditional setup where she stays home, manages the kids, cooks, cleans, washes clothes, organizes your life, then it's only fair that you are the provider. Because if she's working full time at home, you cannot expect her to magically produce money from nowhere. And trust me, household work in the Philippines is not a light task. We don't always have dishwashers. Many family hand wash clothes manually. Cooking here takes time. Washing vegetables, slicing garlic, preparing rice, boiling water, scrubbing pans. Dust enters the house every day. We clean and wash and cook and repeat. People often underestimate how tiring it is to manage a Filipino household. But Philippine women feel fulfilled when their efforts are seen, appreciated, valued, the same way men feel proud when they can provide and protect. But what about modern Filipino families? Times have changed. Expenses are rising. Prices go up every year. Salary doesn't. So many Filipinas today also work, not because they don't want a traditional setup, but because reality demands. In these homes, couples share expenses, sometimes equally, sometimes partially. But here's something men need to understand. If she is earning money outside, her time for housework will naturally decrease. You cannot ask her to work full time, pay bills, then also expect her to manage everything in the house. Something has to adjust, whether it's the bills, the chores, or both. Filipinas work from home. Content creators, freelancers, online workers. Some earn money for their families back home. Some use it for savings, some for emergencies, some for personal wants. There are many relationship dynamics. Each couple builds their own system that works for them. So who should pay? Here's my honest answer. There is no single correct solution. Some relationships work beautifully when the man pays for everything. Some relationships work better when both contribute. Some couples prefer traditional roles. Others are happy being 50-50. It depends on your values, on your lifestyle, on what makes both of you feel respected, loved, and secure. Because every setup has trade-offs. If the man provides alone, the woman gives her time, her care, her nurturing energy into the home. If both earn, then housework must be shared too. Love is not a transaction. It's understanding. It's teamwork. It's partnership. At the end of it all, the question isn't just who pays the bill. The real question is, are you both contributing to the relationship in your own way? Money is one part, but there are things money cannot buy. Respect, affection, home, peace, loyalty, softness, and care. These are things many Filipinos bring to the table. Quietly, consistently, lovingly. They bring devotion, incredible management skills, resilience, love, and often a significant undervalued contribution of labor and time. A good relationship isn't built on equality of money, but an equality of effort. What are your thoughts on this? In your relationship, do you split bills 50-50 or do you stick to a more traditional model? Let me know in the comments below. And one more thing. If you're already in a relationship with a Filipina and you're thinking about proposing, before you pop the question, watch my other video right here where I talk about how you'll know if it's the right time to ask your Filipina to marry you. Once again, this is Heart Secrets and Horizons of the Philippines, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.